2, 1, 2, 3. Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. I'm over here giving myself a handshake. Welcome. Today's notification shout out goes to all of you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So I feel like it's been a hot minute. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I'm hecka cheesing because I'm so excited, you guys. I missed you guys so much. I'm very active on Instagram with you guys, in the DMs, in the comments, chismeando. I might be MIA here, but on Instagram we're like talking, you know. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Alexisjayda. So today's video, since I've been gone for a hot minute, I thought it's just fair if we go in with story time. I'm so excited. I've got a new background. But yeah, I'm excited, you guys. So I thought we could play with the new ColourPop collection. Well, shoot, they had 3 whole launches. So we have this launch right here, which is Animal Crossing. So we'll do a look with those as well. So I got that, which I'm very, very thankful for. Thank you so much, ColourPop. And then, ooh, I did order with my own monies the Valentine's Day collection. Cannot wait. I feel like they killed it. I was like, yeah. They also sent me their new ones of these ones, the ColourPop Crush, Cherish, Amor, Lyric. I think that's such a cute freaking name, Lyric. So they sent me these goodies. Thank you so much. If you guys have not seen them, I'll definitely do videos for you guys. I promise I will. But I cannot wait for the Valentine's Day collection to come in that I ordered. I was like, the little hearts are so freaking cute. All right, so let's get into this collection. I did do a little sneaky peek just to get everything like out of the box. So this says ColourPop Can't Be Tamed, purred to get. I'm just so freaking happy. So we have the Wild Child eyeshadow palette. Amazing. We have the 2 pressed powder blushes. Take off these with the new Warm and Essential blush shades in Jet Set and Trippin'. Use a Trippin'. Then we have 3 Super Shock shadows in Run Wild, Basic Instinct, and Free Region. This is like, this whole collection just reminds me of like sexy. Then we have the 3 lippy sticks. Get feisty with our new soft focus shades in Brat Pack, Sassy, and Oh Behave. And you guys, the packaging, you cannot go wrong with the packaging. I'm huge on cute freaking packaging. Either it could be really nice and cute and simple, or it could be like, boom, look at this. Just the packaging, it's just like so freaking cute. So, like always, our story times are get ready with me story times. Let me know what you guys are eating. I would love to know what you guys are eating, snacking on. Let me know down below. Or if you're cleaning, what are you cleaning? What are you organizing? Let me know. FAMBAM, let me know. She was like, you need to ask us what we're cleaning, what we're organizing, because I'm always doing that and you never ask. And so I'm asking you now. If you're cleaning and I'm in the background, let me know what you're doing. If you're driving, where are you driving to? Let me know down below right now. So everything I will be using, everything I already have mentioned will be linked down below in the description. As always, everything, todo, everything linked down below. This story time makes me laugh because it's one of those things of when you're going to be a bitch, be very careful. It might just bite you in the ass later. Well, I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I feel like when I was younger, I was a little hairy beast, and my mom, she would not let me wax or anything, okay? I could not do my eyebrows, I could not shave my legs, nada. I had a little mustache, okay? Sometimes it was thicker than the boys there, so when they would try to bully me and stuff and be like, oh my gosh, look how thick your mustache is. I'd be like, my dick is bigger too, bitch, because it was just constant bullying all the freaking time. And especially because I was super hairy, and I think I was just like an easy target because I was just really like to myself, and people were like, oh, she's gonna take it, you know, and I would. So anyways, this was my junior high days, okay? I was a little hairy little beast. My mom had a rule. It was either mascara or it was eyeliner. It could not be both. Sometimes I would get away with it and I could put on both at school and then take it off before she picked me up. But sometimes I get my ass beat because my mom said, remember, one or the other, not two. And this girl, we'll call her Cheetah, because that's what she ended up doing. So, well, technically not, but it is what it is. Cheetah had it out for me since we were like in elementary. I don't know what her freaking problem was. I think she low-key liked me. Like she wanted to like be my friend, but when she talked so much smack, she just didn't know how to like pull herself out of it, you know? So she would always tell me that I look like a boy. Now before, that would really hurt my feelings because I've never felt like, oh, like that's the beautiful one out of the group, or like, oh, that she's really pretty. Like I've never felt like that. I've always feel like I can pull you as a boy and pull you as a girl. Like I can do you both. Wait, just kidding. But honestly, no, I've honestly felt like, yeah, like I do look like a boy, you know? And my name, it's unisex. So freaking Cheetah would be like, that's a boy's name. Be like really rude to me and be like, why'd your mom name me that? And just, she was just such a little bitch, you know? And I had a mustache. So they were like, don't call her Alexis, call her Alejandro. Don't call her Alexis, call her Pedro. Like just being really bitchy to me all the time, just being mean. There was no reason for it. I wouldn't do anything. And that doesn't even necessarily mean like, oh, like pick on somebody because they did something. Like no, like she was just rude to me for no damn reason. And I was just like, okay. And I would even tell her like, no one's even talking to you. Leave me the fuck alone. Like no one's even talking to you. Because there were some times where I would just like let her because I was feeling sad. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Because she told me I look like Aladdin. And I freaking love that movie. She's like, I'll be Jasmine and you'll be Aladdin. And I'm like, you got me fucked up. Like you're not even all that. Like I would like be mean to her and stuff like that. And she had other people calling me Aladdin and stuff like that, saying that I look like him. And even when I pulled my hair back, I see that I looked like really like manly, that I could pull it off, and just being like nasty and making me feel super insecure. And she was pretty. Like just because I don't like you, I won't be like, oh, you ugly. Like that's not in me. Because it's like, who are you lying to? She might have an ugly personality and makes her ugly, but like feature wise, she wasn't ugly and she knew it. And that's something that I was like, oh, because even if I'd be like, you're ugly, she really, like she was that kind of person, you know? She was just always, this is just the backstory because I got to tell you everything, all the chisme of like the whole like name calling and stuff, you know? When we had to do like a stupid play or something and we had to pick up in teams and like you'll be this person to be like a boy and a girl character, she would always be like, make sure Alexis is the boy character. And sometimes I'd be like, you know, like what about it? I'm like, damn, you really wish I was. But even if I was, I would not give you the time of day. Like it was one of those things where I had to let her know, like, what's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck? Like leave me alone. I don't think she like liked me that way. I think she just really wanted to be mean, and she probably really did think that like I looked like a boy. And there's some girls that are like, damn, like you look good, you know? You know, sometimes girls look good either way, boy or girl, you know? And so I would always try to justify, like maybe she just like really thinks I look cute as a boy. So I'd be like, whatever, okay? But her bullying started getting worse, like really bad, where I would have to go to the restroom and she would like push me into the boys and be like, you need to go in there, you know? Or like if our mutual friends commented and said that like I was pretty or something and she got word of it, she would like make me feel bad. Like, did you hear what so-and-so said? They must really feel bad for you because you really aren't that cute. Like rude like that. So I got in trouble with my moms for doing well, it's not even kid shit. I was acting up and my mom was getting tired of it. And she was like, you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this. So she took me to Archway. Now, Archway is a place that you take your kids, your children, when they're acting up and you kind of wanna like put fear in them. And sometimes it works. Some kids are like, oh my God, like I don't wanna be in there. And little mocosos like me, it's like, okay, like what about it, you know? So my mom put me in there. She was in there. Cheetah was in there, and I was like, oh my God. Like I cannot get a break at school, and here you are, bitch. Here you are. So I go in there, she sees me, she's like, hey, oh my God, I know her. hey Alexis, hey girl, like being super fake. And everyone in there sort of looked like intimidating. Like, you know how like some people just have that face like, yo, or did we just look like freaking bitches? Well, there was a lot of those in there. And so I felt right at home. So I just look at her and I'm like, oh, and she just sees it. She sits right next to me like, oh my God, I can't believe you're in here. That's so crazy. What did you do? And I'm just keeping it short with her because I am not trying to be her friend. I see one of my other friends that are there. So I'm like, oh, cool, you know? Giving your mom a hard time? Yeah. You? Yeah. Like, we're just little shits. I'm telling you. Like, oh. But I feel like mine was, I deserve to be a little shit because of everything that happened. Like, honestly. I honestly feel like that sometimes where I'm like, it's your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Like, okay. So, I was in there and I was like, man. So I was talking to my friend that I seen there. She's like telling me like, oh yeah, it's so crazy. She's like, you know her? I'm like, I know of her, but I don't know her. Like, we're not cool like that. And she was like, dude, she's freaking annoying. And I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. She's constantly being mean to me and calling me a boy. And my friend, we'll call her Brush. Brush was like, the fuck, she what? And I was like, she tells me I look like a boy all the time. She's like, that is the most stupidest shit I've ever heard. So she just tells you you look like a boy. I'm like, yeah, all the freaking time. Tell me I look like a boy all the time. Tell me that I talk like a boy, I look like a boy, I dress like a boy. And I do. Like, I like to dress comfortable. I'm a tomboy. And I admit it. I've always told you guys, I'm a tomboy. And I'm proud. I'm ugly. And I am proud. Like, I have no problem with it. So Brush was like really tripping over like, she really got your boy. I'm like, mm-hmm. So in this place, you go to school. I call it a night because you can go into your bunk when you're tired or you just don't want to like, you know, interact with anybody. So call it a night. The next day there's school. Everyone's getting ready. I have a liga. Just got out of the shower and I slick my hair back. So my hair is slicked back and it's like this, okay? And I went in there with a black shirt and I think like some gray leggings, okay? And I look cute. I know I look cute. So she makes eye contact with me. Cheetah right away looks at me and was like, when did he come in? Trying to be funny. And ooh, I have had some nice friends, okay? Because Brush was like, what the fuck did you say? Like really loud, where even the people that work there were like, hey, lower your tone, don't talk like that, you know? Cheetah was feeling brave because even I was intimidated by Brush because she came out very, very strong and I was scared. I was like, don't repeat yourself, Cheetah. Don't do it. So she tells her, I said, when did he get here? Like that, like trying to be cute, like she's checking me out. It gets really quiet after they tell her to like calm down. I look at Brush and I'm like, you know, like, told you. I told you. And I didn't say nothing because I was just like whatever. Like I was kind of like just like, getting used to it, like her saying stuff like that, you know? Some of the boys there too, they're like, oh shoot, like you do look like a boy. Shut up, you know? Whatever. There was a little cutie in there and he goes, nah, I don't see it. I was like, oh, okay. All stupid, right? So we go into classroom. Cheetah is kind of upset because Brush said something. Brush sits next to me and she's like, yo, like I thought you were lying. Like I can't believe she over there calling you a boy. Like what kind of shit is that? She low-key probably wants you. And I was like, right, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Like she really want this. And I don't know what's wrong with her. So we're talking kind of loud. Cheetah's getting kind of upset. She's like, no, that's not why. No, like when you just see ugly, you just see ugly. And I was like, whatever. And so she gets kind of close and her breath kind of stank. Like it really was. She was pretty close. And she was like, no, I don't even like you like that. Like, you're just ugly. Like, don't even, like, nah. Like, you know, and I was just like, and she's like, why are you making that stupid face? And I was like, because your breath stink. It's really nasty. And I hate doing that, you guys. I hate it. Sometimes, no, most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, she was out. 1, I won't tell you your breast stinks. I won't. Like, okay, let's try to concentrate on this one. So she gets offended. And I know, I hurt her feelings. I know, just by her reaction, how loud she got. And she's like, this is what she said, and it did hurt my feelings too. Like, we were just hurting each other's feelings. Oh, I can't, the nerve of you to say that. Oh, you're so fucking ugly. You're so fucking ugly. That's why God didn't even know to make you a boy or a girl. Ooh, I was like, damn, bitch. I was so fucking mad because I was like, that hurt. Like, I was just like, God, I was just taken back. And I was like, damn, you're that mad at me because you've been chewing on some shit rocks? Get the out of my face. Like, we were just, I was like, damn, the nerve of you to even call me ugly in 2 ways. That's really fucked up. I was like, your breath stinks. Like, I'm over here trying to help you out. You're over here bringing it out close to me. And when I get mad, sometimes I stutter. So I was like, I didn't even know how to talk. I was just like, I was flabbergasted. Like, this bitch really just, that is so disrespectful. I was just like, God damn. And then it didn't make it any better that everyone else was like, dude. You know how people just be like, dude. Yeah. And so I was like, I remember there was some boys in there. They're like, she do look like one of us. And I was just like, fuck, man. And Brush was just, she was just taken back too, because she was like, God damn. And I've never done stuff like this, you know? I really don't like go out my box and like create stuff like this. I'm usually like very like, yeah, I don't want to, I'm so scared. But this time I was like, we're gonna do it. That one kind of came out a little bit better. So everyone's flabbergasted. She done freaking took all our balls off, and we're just like, cause it's just one of those things like, who says that? Who really says that? My mom ends up getting me out early. We go back to school. She kind of tries to talk to me. I feel like even she probably was like, damn, I really pushed it. Like, that was really messed up, you know? Because she's like talking to me in the classes that we have and stuff, and just kind of like doing the most. You know when somebody is just like really trying to either like bury the hatchet with you, and they're kind of like a little bit nicer to you, you know? And me and her, we didn't really like talk at all. So her talking to me as much as she was, you can tell she probably was like, damn, like I messed up, right? She's still making her little comments. It becomes like a little joke where, well, it's not even a joke, man. Like, bitch really believes it. So she just, you know, everyone knows when she's around or whatever, like, Alexis is gonna get made fun of. I tried not to put my hair in ponytails as much because of like how much this bitch would make fun of me. I know, stupid, right? We're on break. So crazy because our friends run in the same circle. Like, what are the odds? Like, Jesus, please tell me why. What are the odds? Dime, por favor. Dime. What are the odds? So I'm hanging out with some friends, and I see this cheetah bitch, and she has a boyfriend with her. It's so crazy because this boyfriend, me and him go way back to like when we were super young. Like, I'm talking about kindergarten young. And he sees me and he goes, oh shit, Alexis? What should we name him? Zebra? Like that, okay? Because I'm like, what? Like, that's so crazy. Like, it's one of the things where you never think you're gonna run into people that you were like in kindergarten, pre-K with, okay? And right away she goes, you know her? He's all, hell yeah, this is the homegirl. Like, oh my God, we go way back. Damn, you really grown up. Like that, okay? I'm not gonna lie, he blossomed into something very handsome. Like, you look good. Like, you know, he was like complimenting me. And I was like, oh, really? Because your girl over here thinking I look like a straight boy. And he's like, what? Where? And he grabs my hand and does a little like, I was just feeling like, oh, like, dang, like, he's straight, like, let her know, like, she don't look like a boy. And he was just super, super cool. And so I'm all like, ha, like, I'm laughing inside because I'm like, this is so funny. Like, the straight bit you in your ass. And he looks at her too, and he's like, he keeps saying, like, you calling her a boy? He's like, what the f? He's like, come on, like, just telling her, like, why you say that? Like, and then his cool friend, I still have on Facebook. He's really cool, has a really beautiful wife, beautiful kids. Anyways, so his friend is there, and his friend, I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna add a little bedazzle. That's cute. Look at, oh, that made us, oh. Now I like that. So the friend comes, we're gonna name him Jeremy. Jeremy's like, oh, hey, what's up? Dang, like just like right from the get, like complimenting me. And I'm like, I know I'm not that cute. I know that. So I'm just like, okay, like just hyping me up. So he's like, I'll catch up with you later. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, whatever. Bye. Me and Jeremy catch up, we're talking stuff, and he's like telling me and everything, like, oh, when was the last time you seen Zebra? And I was like, oh, it's been a minute, like a long ass minute. I was like, how long has him and Cheetah been together? He's like, oh, just recently. She was like hecka on him, and that she's like been bugging him for a while, so he finally like gave in and stuff, because like, you know, he thinks he's cute, he's a little football player, blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, or whatever. So me and him get along very well. He's pretty cool, hanging out. Zebra comes over and he's like talking to me, and we're just like reminiscing, and he's like really tripping out because he's like, oh my gosh. And it's just crazy because it was just one of those moments of like, yeah, like you never think you're gonna run into this person again, and then here they are. Small world. We were talking, we're laughing, he's just like hitting me on the side, like ah ha ha, like we're laughing. He kind of just gave me like that brotherly vibe, you know, and not on some stupid shit like, oh, like I low-key wanted him, like no, like he just like reminded me of like brotherly, you know. I look over and I can see Cheetah just like watching us, and she just giving us a stink eye. He's looking at her and he goes like, he don't care, you know. And I'm just like, go. So before he gets up, he's like, keep an eye on her for me, yeah. And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't even like her. Like when I tell you I don't like her, I don't like her. And he's like, just keep an eye on her, please. He's like, I don't want her making me look stupid. He's like, so I really like her. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Because remember, Jeremy was saying that like Cheetah was like after him, and he's like, oh, and he finally gave in. So I was like, okay. I'm gonna be trying some new things. This is a flower priming wit. I'm excited. That looks like I can eat it. Oh, that smells good. Look at that. Kind of gives me like a glow. It already dried down and it feels good. Like it feels good. It feels kind of like, not like, oh, like you can like rub your hands through it, but it feels a little tacky where it's like the foundation is gonna stick good on it. We go back to school, and Homegirl is just like being a little bit too nice to me, and like just wants to be like kind of sweet, talking to her, whatever, like not making it a big deal either. And days continue. She don't really try as much anymore, and I do notice that like she is a little flirt, because that's just, she knows that she's pretty, you know. And so she's like a little flirt, whatever. Me and her make eye contact sometimes, and she makes like that weird face, like like, oh, she's probably gonna tell him, or who knows, you know what I mean? And so one day after school, I'm walking and I see Zebra at the end of the corner, and he's with his brother, and they came to like surprise her, whatever, pick her up. And I'm like, oh, hey, you know. And I go up to him, give him like a hug and stuff, and we're like talking, and he's like, do you know what, you know, a period goes out? I'm like, no, like we are not cool like that. Like I'm telling you, like I don't like your girlfriend. He's just like laughing, and he's like, walk with me out to like go, you know, get her, whatever. I ain't see no big deal about it. And I was like, okay, sure, cool, whatever. So we start walking. He's like talking to me. We're walking back up towards the school. As we're walking, we see Cheetah, and she's like laughing with somebody super duper hard, like a little bit like ha ha ha, rubbing her hand on his shoulder and stuff. The guy's biting his lip, and I remember this vividly because I remember thinking like, dang, this is like a movie. It's about to go down. Zebra, he whistles, and as soon as he whistles, like she looks over, you know, and then she's like, Zebra, and like runs to him all dramatically. Like I'm telling you, like it was just like, dude, like you're really doing too much. She like runs over to him, jumps on him, starts kissing him all over, like, oh my god, I missed you, and kind of like dry humping him. And then she looks over at me, and she's like looks at me, you know, and I'm like looking at her like, he was like, yeah, me and Alexis, we came over here to come look for you. He was like, I wanted to surprise you, but we're over here talking to your friend. And she's like, oh, him, ha, 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 laughing, whatever. The guy, she's like, oh, ha, ha, whatever. He looks over at her, and he's like, who is this? And she's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, Zebra. He's like, you got a boyfriend? Ooh, that was so awkward. Right away, me and Zebra make eye contact, like so weird. We're like, you know, and he's all, yeah, she has a boyfriend. That's me. Got a problem? Which was so weird. Now that I look back at it, like, shut up. You sound so dumb. Shut up. Like, shut up. So, like, it's so cringe. Especially when I read my diary and I read a lot of stuff. I'm just like, We really thought we was grown. Like, we really did. Like, you really thought, you know? She gets like stupid, like, yeah, I've told you about him. I have. And he's like, nah, you never told me. And we've hung out a lot. And so goes, oh yeah? And she's like, yeah, like at the library or something. Like, stop trying to make it more than what it was. You're stupid. Like, trying to like play it off. I was just gonna walk back into the school because I felt really awkward after that. Grabs like kind of like my wrist area. He's like, wait, where are you going? I was like, I don't know. I just got really weird and stuff, you know? And he was like, you want to ride? And I was like, oh no, I'm good. I have to go to my cousin's house. It's right up the street and I can't be too late because my mom's gonna think I'm out here doing things I'm not supposed to. They go their separate ways. Go back to school. Things continue as normal. There's a little rumor going around and I hear it from one of my close guy friends, and he asks me how far I've gone with somebody. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, didn't you go to so-and-so's party? I was like, yeah. And he's like, and you got down with like some guy named Jeremy or something? I was like, wait, what? I'm like, who'd you hear that from? Don't say anything. Don't. If I tell you, you can't tell anybody. I'm like, okay. Pinky promise. So we had to do pinky promise and beso, whatever, you know? And so he tells me that Cheetah said it. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, she was telling everybody. We were talking. I'm gonna use this. This is the blush Jet Set. I came up with something for some odd reason. And she goes, oh yeah, like she's a hoe. And I guess my friend, what would we call this dumbass? Because he really was just, oh my God. Pendejo. We'll call him pendejo, which means dumbass. So pendejo and her were talking and he's like, how do you know? And she's like, oh, because we went to our party together, which that's a lie. We did not. We went to a party together and she was all over this guy named Jeremy, all over him. And she was like all over my boyfriend too. And she was just acting like such a hoe. And so he was like, yeah, so like how far did you go with him? I was like, you really believe that? Like, you honestly believe that? Like, that sounds like me. Then I guess she was saying that I was like acting stupid and I was getting like drunk and stuff. And I'm just like, God, like that sounds so dumb. Like, okay, there was a lot of stupid shit that we did when we were younger, but like that, I wasn't even doing shit like that yet, you know? Getting drunk, not being a hoe. But, and if I was, that's someone's business, you know? It would spread, I see. And so before I knew it, people were like talking about that party. And I lost my shit a couple of times, like in the classrooms, because I was like, no, that's not true. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? Like, what the hell? I told her and I was like, did you say that? And she was like, no, I didn't. Who said that I said that? Pendejo, huh? And I was like, okay, so is it true? Pendejo was so mad at me because he was like, you told her? Oh my God. After school, I tell my mom, I'm gonna be going to the library. Go to the library, go on MySpace, I find him, I talk to him, and I'm like, hey, did you say this? Because Cheetah's saying that you said that like me and you, we did this. And he's like, what? No, I did not. He's telling me that he's going to go with Zebra to go pick her up from school and that he'll tag along. And then he's like, well, we'll talk to her. And I was like, oh, cool. Because like there's some people back in the day were like, I don't want to get in it. No, like I don't want to be part of it, you know? That are just too much like pussies. So that day comes around, I see Zebra and we're all chilling outside. She doesn't know, and she is talking to that same guy. We'll call him Skater. She's talking to that guy again. They're walking out. Zebra looks at me. He's like, hey, like what's up with this dude? And I was like, what you mean? And then he's like, yeah, why is he always talking to her? I don't know, because they're friends. He doesn't really care that you're her boyfriend. Like, you're going to a whole different school, a whole ass different school. Sorry to say, but she a little hoe. Because I'm mad because of the whole rumor that she created, right? And so he looks at me, he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, she a little hoe. And then, so she walks close to us, and again, she's like all surprised, like, what are you doing here? She didn't see that Jeremy was like really close by. As soon as she sees Jeremy, her eyes light up. He goes, oh, hey. And he starts talking to her, he hugs her. So she looks at me and she's probably feeling like, oh, okay, like things are okay. Like, you know, there's nothing to worry about. It was so awkward because he's like, we got to clear up a little rumor that you said that I started. And right away, she just starts to get like really red. And within that time frame, since school is ending, I see pendejo at the side of my eye. And so I call him over. Cheetah probably thinks that we forgot about what was going to go on because they were having a little like bro sesh, whatever. And so she kind of tries to start walking with him, like, oh, well, let's go, you know. Jeremy right away looks at me and he was like, no, like, we need to clear up like what you said that I said. And then she just blurts out like, I just said that because she was pissing me off. Like, oh my God, I didn't mean it. It's not that serious. Like, chill. Pendejo right away goes, no, you didn't say it like that. You said it like if it was truth. And so I look pissed. Well, I am pissed because I'm like, you're such a bitch. And so I tell her, I'm like, you're such a fucking bitch. He looks at her and he's like, babe, you said that? Like, kind of like, what? She was like, oh my God, I said it as a joke. Like, what's the big deal? And so she starts getting mad and, you know, throwing a little fit. Like, why are you guys all on me? Like, oh my God, it's not that big of a deal. Why are you making such a big deal? It's because it's her. So she starts walking off like all stupid with her backpack. Like, oh my God, leave me alone. You know? Pendejo tries to walk with me and I tell him like, pretty much kick rocks. Like, you're an asshole. You were so rude to me, so kick rocks. Fast forward a couple of weeks later, a new rumor starts, and it was that I pretty much bullied her because she called me out for talking to her boyfriend, and I'm constantly talking to him, and oh my God, just being a little bitch and just starting shit. So I started talking to Skate. Me and him went to elementary together. So he's kind of like whatever. He's like not mean, not nice. He's just like there. So we started talking and I'm like asking him if, I don't know how it came back, like, oh, like you have her number or something like that. And he was like he doesn't want to like give out his number, whatever, because he's already talked to someone, something serious, and he don't want to mess it up. So I'm like, cool, say less. I get her number from a close friend of mine and she don't know my number. So I text her from my number. We go on break for, I don't know what it was for, but we go on break. So I'm like, okay, great. We go on a break. I can text her in that time. I change my voicemail so that if you call it, it's not like, hello? Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, what's up? You want to know something? This is my voicemail. Leave me a message. It's on the beep, beep, you dumb bitch. Just kidding. But no, that was literally my voicemail. Like, I remember my coach being so pissed off at me because he was sitting there talking and it was my voicemail. So anyways, I have all this free time and I'm like, I'm going to catfish this bitch because she really think that she can play with me. I message her and I'm like, hey, it's Skater, what's up? She's like, oh my God, how did you get my number? And I'm like, I got connections, because he says some stupid shit like that, right? We're going back and forth, talking, like, I think you're so cute, this and that. Around this time, there was a huge rumor that the reason why I wasn't going to school these past couple of days or whatever, before even the break, was because I was going to go have like something done, that I had got pregnant, and that I was gonna go take care of it, you know? Like, I'm trying not to say the word, but y'all know what I mean. Which was some dirty, low shit. And when I would go to her and confront her about it, she'd be like, I didn't say that. Oh my God. You'll just believe anything anyone says because you just don't like me anymore. Like that, okay? So, and it would all go back to her. It would all go back to her. Like, everything, it would go back to her. That I was a hoe, that I had gotten pregnant, that a bunch of stuff, right? So I start messaging for my number. We're talking, we're just like chit-chatting, whatever. She's like telling me about like Zebra and how she wants to work out with him. She's really not into him that much, but that he's so cool, but that like she really likes me, not me like Alexis, me as in Skater, and that, oh my God, that she just doesn't know how to do it because she doesn't want to be like a bad person, something like that. Like, just doing all of that, okay? So we didn't like talk nasty or anything like that. She was mostly like, oh, I want to be with you. So we're gonna go to the skating ring. That's like the spot to be, right? Zebra's there, Jeremy's there, she pulls up, I'm there with my friends, and this whole time I'm still texting her. So even though she was with Zebra, she was still texting Skater. I was like telling her and stuff like, oh, I'm gonna pull up, like I just want to be with you already, blah blah blah. She's like, oh my God, stop, don't, he's having like a really bad day, his parents are fighting, they're thinking like they're gonna get a divorce. And then in the same time, she has her phone, she's like messaging, right, and she's like all over Zebra, like groping him, touching him, and like just being like a little, like, you know. And so I'm there and I have my phone and I'm texting and I'm just like looking up, like, damn, like you are so freaking grimy, right? We go into like little party section, everyone's dancing, everyone's having fun, being little hoochies, all of that, and she's just having so much fun. Me and Zebra, we talk for a little bit, and I'm like, hey, I heard from a little bird you're having a really hard time, like your parents are gonna be divorcing or something. He goes, what? No. Things have been good. Who did you hear that from? I was like, oh. No one in particular. She sees that we're talking. She's like, oh my God, why are you always talking to him? Why are you always talking to him? Zebra tells her, yo, chill. Jeremy's like, yo, that's outplayed already. Like, it's not even funny no more. It wasn't funny to begin with. Like, it ain't funny now. Like, you're crazy. Like, why do you keep telling her that? She's like, what do you mean? Why do I keep telling him that? And she thinks it was so funny. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. So I skate away. All dramatic, you know, like, whatever. I skate away. I message her. And I'm like, hey, I'm about to pull up. My mom's about to drop me off. I'm going to tell Zebra everything. She goes, oh my God, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just want, like, just give me time, just give me time. Like, I want to be with you, but like, I don't want to hurt his feelings, blah, 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 blah. So I get close enough, because like her and Zebra are making out this time. And I take a cute little, like, I swear, when I think back, I'm like, we had too much freedom. So they're kissing outside the thing, everyone's around, whatever they can see. So not before I saw him in the corner and I'm like being a creep, right? So I send her the picture and I'm like, tell him now, or I'm gonna tell him. So she starts freaking out. Oh my God, how could you do this? I trusted you, blah, 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 blah. It's so freaking crazy. As she's texting him that, I get closer, and I don't even care if she knows it's me at this point. I get closer, Skater is there, skating with some girl, holding her hand, and he goes, oh, what's up? To her. I can see her just being like, Zebra is like, oh, hey, bro, like, what's up? They're like, oh, what's up? Like, shaking hands, like, yeah, it's my girl, like, remember, Skater had a girl in a different school. So I'm just sitting there, my phone is right there. And then I grab my phone and I text her, you better tell him or I will. And everyone goes, brr, and she looks at me and I look at her and I'm just like, she literally is speechless. And so I tell her in front of Zebra before I leave, I said, oh, you better tell him. He goes, tell me what? Like that. And Jeremy's like, what? Tell him what? Like, you know, because everyone's just chismosos, like chismosos. And so I got my phone and I'm like, she's been texting me and she's thinking that she was talking to Skater, but it's me. Jeremy goes, what? And she goes, oh my God, no, like I knew all along. I was just going along with it. I was like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Because if you were going along with it, the picture that I just sent you, you would have said something. But you didn't. And then seeing how you reacted when Skater came, you didn't. And so I'm like, so he just punked you. You know, because that's what it was. That was cool back in the day. Like, oh, you just got punked, you know, whatever. So I was like, I just punked you, you know. Tell Zebra, I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I'm really tired of her just being rude to me. Go back to school. She hates me. She makes my life hell. Like, she really does. She really makes my life hell to the point where like I stopped coming to school for a little while because she is just so fucking evil. And where she was so pretty, she was really, really liked. So she had like minions, and those minions were mean to me. So some people were like on my side, like, damn, dude, you got her good. And then other people were like, oh my God, you're just jealous of her and you want to be her. Eventually, me and Zebra did talk. He was like, dude, I had to leave her. That's crazy. She told me, she showed me everything. We weren't like the best of friends, me and him. Like, there was no like, I don't know. People do that all the time. Like, call my boyfriend and act like you want him, and then let's see what he says. Okay? Or hit on my boyfriend and see what he says. You know, so it was kind of one of those things. And I was young and I was dumb, you know? But I really didn't feel all that bad because I was like, we're really not that cool of friends, and your girlfriend's a bitch, dude. But we remained cool after I dated one of my close cousins. He got over it. He was okay. That's how I catfished the bully. Even though she was still a pinche perra after. Now we're kind of cordial, whatever. We have each other on Facebook. But it's still one of those things where it's like, dude, like, what the fuck? And like hearing that her kid gets bullied and stuff, I'm like, dude, that's so freaking sad. Like, I wonder if you low-key feel like an ass because this is your karma, you know? Because like, that doesn't make it okay. But people think like, just because karma hasn't got you, it's gonna get your kids. It's gonna get your family. It's gonna get your loved one. Like, be careful, okay? Let me know if you guys have ever gotten back at your bully, what you guys did. Was it good? Did you win? How was it? Let me know down below in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Let's talk about the products that I did use. This palette is freaking beautiful, especially if you're a brown tones lover. I feel like you're going to love this palette just because the browns are so freaking beautiful. Especially this one right here. It's very, very rich. This one says hard to get. So cute. And Grasslands, I love a brown with like specks of gold in there. Beautiful. Loved it. The lippies are really, really pretty. The blushes, I feel like this blush is going to be perfect for deeper complexions, but for my complexion it was just a little bit too deep, and this one was really beautiful. It gave me that really nice pretty bronze, not too much and not too little. I didn't want to go in with blush. This is technically blush, but I didn't want to go in with like a peachy or anything because I didn't want to take away from the look on the eyes. I didn't use any of these on the lids, but I know for sure that I will be using them in future videos. So I wasn't disappointed with this collection at all. It's very beautiful, very pretty. I liked it. I give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you guys did, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you guys haven't already to keep updated my videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell down below so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Make sure you guys leave a comment so you can possibly be the next notification shout out. I love you guys very, very, very much. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.